Investigating Jack Smith, the probe into Trump's former prosecutor. Watchdog agency launches probe into former Trump prosecutor Jack Smith. The Office of Special Counsel has launched an investigation into former special counsel Jack Smith. https cnn.com/2023/08/politics/Jack Smith classified documents special counsel, who led criminal probes into President Donald Trump's handling of classified documents and alleged efforts to subvert the 2020 election. The investigation into potential Hatch Act violations comes as Trump and his allies seek retribution against his political enemies and those who brought investigations against him. The Hatch Act, https cnn.com/2023/06/13/politics, limits certain political activities of government workers. It is supposed to stop the federal government from affecting elections or going about its activities in a partisan manner. According to the OSC's explanation, it applies to federal employees as well as state and local employees working with federally funded programs. While the Office of Special Counsel, which is distinct from the special counsels like Smith, who are appointed to oversee politically sensitive Justice Department investigations, is an independent agency created by Congress. It is currently helmed by a Trump appointee in an acting capacity after the president fired the previous head of the office, who was appointed by President Joe Biden for a 5-year term. The office handles allegations of whistleblower retaliation and Hatch Act investigations, according to its website. CNN has reached out to a representative for Smith and to the White House for comment. The New York Post first reported the news. In 2021, a report found in 2021, 11/9, politics, 13 Trump officials violated Hatch Act, that 13 administration officials from Trump's first term violated the Hatch Act, including former advisor Kellyanne Conway, whom the Office of Special Counsel had previously recommended to be removed from her job. https. In 2021, a report found also https://2021, 11/9, politics, 13 Trump officials violated the Hatch Act, including former advisor Kellyanne Conway, whom the Office of Special Counsel had previously recommended to be removed from her job. https://www.cnn.com/2019/13/politics, Kellyanne Conway, Office of Special Counsel Hatch Act. Biden's press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, received a warning letter. https://www.cnn.com/2023/13/Karine Jean-Pierre, in 2023, for violating the Hatch Act by using the term mega MAGA from the briefing room podium. The rule is a workplace guideline, and violating it is not a crime. Responses can vary significantly after employees violate the rule, from a slap on the wrist to loss of the job. Smith no longer works for the federal government after he resigned. https://2025/01/politics/Jack Smith resigns special counsel DOJ from the Justice Department earlier this year, months after he formally dropped. https://2024/1125/politics/Trump special counsel Jack Smith the classified documents and election subversion cases following Trump's victory in the 2024 election. Smith's 2-year investigation into Trump was historic, marking the first time a former occupant of the White House faced federal criminal charges. Trump and his allies rallied against Smith, attacking his probes as a weaponization of the federal government. Trump had vowed to fire Smith once he retook the office, shattering previous norms around special counsel investigations. The Office of Special Counsel investigation comes after Trump ally Senator Tom Cotton claimed earlier this week https://x.com/send-tom-cotton/status/195061397422291 that Smith used his DOJ role to influence the election in favor of Biden's and Vice President Kamala Harris's campaigns, pointing to Smith filing a brief within 60 days of Election Day, which could violate a separate Justice Department rule beyond the Hatch Act. Richard Painter, the top ethics lawyer in the George W. Bush administration, told CNN he has never seen a prosecutor found to violate the Hatch Act for pleading with a court. If Jack Smith was making public announcements close to the election and putting up press releases, that is something he'd have to be extremely careful about, said Painter, now a law professor at the University of Minnesota. But this was a case that had been pending ever since the summer of 2023, and for him to continue the case with the courts that he filed, I don't think that is a violation of the Hatch Act. It is unclear what exactly the Office of Special Counsel is investigating as a possible violation of the Hatch Act. Painter also cast doubt on the independence of the agency under the Trump administration. Earlier this year, Trump fired Hampton Dellinger, a Biden appointee, and picked U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer to serve as interim head of the office. Trump's nominee for the position, Paul Ingrassia, https://www.cnn.com/2025/Paul Ingrassia, Office of Special Counsel nomination, awaits Senate confirmation. A political appointee is going to do what the president wants. So, it's not really functioning as an independent agency, Painter told CNN. CNN has reported that insiders and independent watchdogs are raising alarms over the historically nonpartisan agency, saying it has been captured by loyalists from the very administration it's supposed to police. The office is a shell of its former self, a former federal ethics official previously told CNN in an interview. This story has been updated with additional developments and context. CNN's Samantha Waldenberg, Caitlin Polance, and Marshall Cohen contributed to this report.